Hey guys, welcome back to Bourbon and Smoke. Today we're going to be doing some spicy pork chops. So first thing you need, obviously pork chops. I always do the thick ones because pork chops are so easy to get over temperature and get dry. What we're going to shoot for is a nice, moist, delicious pork chop. And we're going to use my spicy pork rub. Same rub that I use on all my ribs. It just adds, especially on a pork chop, it adds so much extra flavor. And honestly, this is one of the things that I crave. Like, these are delicious. So actually I have my brother coming up because none of my family likes pork chops. So we're gonna eat pork chops together. I made 6, so we'll have extra. That way I can eat them throughout the week. So we just need to season everything, and don't be afraid to go heavy on the seasoning with this stuff. This is awesome, as I mentioned. I'll put the recipe for it down below if you have not gotten it from my rib recipes or my rib videos. I'll put the recipe for this rub down below. Just want to make sure we pat it in just so it has cohesion with the meat, I guess. And we're going to do the edges after we get all the sides because there'll be a bunch of stuff that falls off. All right, flip them, roll it around in that seasoning, get all your sides. If you do run out of stuff to roll it in, definitely make sure you season all the sides. With pork chops, I usually like to get the thick bone-in cuts. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to find them around here as of late. So we just had to go with the standard thick cut, which is going to be delicious all on its own. The bone, if you get the bone-in ones, it just helps maintain some of that moisture so you're not getting as dried out. Again, with a thick cut, it kind of helps alleviate some of that as well. But the bone, anything with a bone in it, is always going to be more moist in the end. It just holds that moisture better. So now we get our seasoning done. So now we got the smoker up to 225. I'm going to stick these on. I'm going to stick my probe in, and we're going to cook up to 135 degrees, and then we're going to check them from there and kind of monitor them. Ultimately, we want to be right around that 145 degree mark. We're going to get these on. Go from there. All right, so as is with anything, always know your grill, know where your hot spots are, and set your thinner or smaller pieces away from the heat as much as possible. And these are just going to sit. We're not going to flip these if we don't need to. They're just going to sit and smoke. So there we are, looking good. See you guys in probably about 45 minutes. All right, so for today's bourbon experiment, this is definitely an experiment. I have no hopes for this being anything fantastic or even good. This is Henry McKenna. There's no age statement on it, and they had the McKenna 10-year at the liquor store, but I opted for this, which is $13. And it's got a twist-off cap.
Oh yeah.
So you know it's
fine.
You know it's the finest that Henry McKenna has to offer. Nothing real special on here for this bottle. Today's Henry McKenna still satisfies those looking for a real whiskey with a real history. Is the most interesting thing on this bottle.
Beyond exciting.
And luckily, the brother is here to try it with me because we all know how much of a fan of bourbon he is.
7 Up here to save the day.
It actually looks pretty dark. Like, I'm kind of impressed at how dark it is.
It's decent.
Usually that means it's aged a little bit longer. That's a whole lot of ethanol on the nose.
It just invaded the nasal passages there, kind of singed the nose hairs.
Let's see if we can't get this to breathe a little bit. This is only 80 proof, so it's not...
I think it needs to burn, not breathe.
Yeah, that's really, really ethanol-y. Like that... It's hard to get anything else.
This far away, I can still smell it. Like,
yeah.
That's...
All right. No puking on camera.
Here goes nothing.
It's actually not bad.
Said you.
Ooh. It definitely tastes stronger than 80 proof. Like the ethanol comes through way more than
like I could just
every
take it
other
out
flavor.
of my car and just drink it.
but it is. It's not great. It's not as bad as I was expecting, honestly, but
it's as bad as I was expecting. I'm not even going back for a second sip.
it's really
Pungent is the word I would use.
a lot of ethanol, a lot of heat, like way more heat than should be in 80 proof, and not a whole lot of other flavors going on. Somehow it's still better than Basil Hayden's because it actually has a flavor.
Oh, that one didn't.
No, that one didn't taste like it tastes like bad water. But I would not buy this again. But for $13, honestly, it wouldn't be a bad mixer.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be terrible, I guess, for that. I mean, you still wouldn't want to make it overly strong drink with
right.
it, but as a mixer, yeah, I mean, put some of this in here.
I would still definitely drink this straight over like Windsor, like like those really cheap stuff that's really all it's made for is mixers.
Still, not a great idea just to drink straight, but
no,
each their own, I guess.
This is a mixer, can be consumed straight if absolutely needed, but I would go something else.
If the only thing you had to drink was this, I would probably die.
All right. We're going to go check out our meat, and we'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so it's been about an hour and a half. Everything just hit 145, so we're going to take it off, put it on the plate, put some tin foil over it, and just tent it. Let it sit for 5-10 minutes or so. Just let it rest, let all those juices redistribute, and then we'll bite in. See, we got a nice, good color on here. Got some good grill marks on the other side there. So one thing with resting is you want to get everything on a single layer. You don't want to be stacking. You want it to kind of sit in any juice that it's going to give off, so hopefully that will soak back in. All right, so now we tent and wait. All right, guys. Got the pork chops. Got the brother here to try them. I know he's tried them before. He's had them before. And they always turn out pretty good, right?
Oh, fantastic. I'm not a huge pork chop fan, but this is the only one that I actually really enjoy. And I actually request him to make it a lot of times.
That's the same thing my sister says, too. So, all right, let's cut in.
There we go.
I'm going to cut in the center here just see how it turned out. Oh, yeah. That's nice and juicy.
She looks golden.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Mm. Got the juiciness, a little bit of heat in there too.
If you're cooking pork chops any other way, or to a high temperature, like 165, like everyone tries to, they get so dried out. This is so moist, and just the flavor is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I don't like pork chops. Usually it gets so dried out growing up. Never liked them. They're always just so dried out. This is the only one that I actually prefer. And the juice is right there. Your seasoning, if you like a little bit of a heat, fantastic. I mean, it's just enough where it's not overpowering, but yeah, it's perfect amount of heat.
Oh, fantastic. All right, well, I think that's it for us, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.
Then I'm confused.
I'm confused too. What is all over this?
So next time we're going to go beat our meat.
Yeah. We're going to go compare.
Tenderize our meat.
We're going to go compare meats.
Yeah. Compare meats. I swear it's cold in here.